preachers preach the Bible and spiritual gurus teach the Bible, because it's all the religions are interconnected, because this is what religion is. Religion means to know God. Religion means a superhuman control of power. Religion means back to bondage, back to God. So that's why it's so many different religions, because brothers, kings, gods like myself found God within themselves, and they decided to create their own religion, because everybody has their own perspective on how they found God. So that's how they came up with Christianity, Muslim, Catholic, Buddhism, Hinduism, and all these different religions, because these are different men, different individuals found God within themselves, and then they wrote books on how for you to follow the instructions and find God within yourself, but nobody follows the instructions, so nobody found God. All the religions are connected. They're all connected. You see, once you read it and you understand how to break them down, they're all connected. So let me show you what a parable is, because I just told you Jesus talks in parables, and the Bible is a book of allegories. If anybody has a phone right now, if anybody has a phone, an extra phone right now, look up what an allegory means. Can anybody look up what an allegory means? And it tells you in the Bible, Galatians chapter 4, verse 24, that the Bible is an allegory. Books with stories with hidden meaning. It's a story. So a story means that something is not true. They're trying to tell you something through this story for you to get it and reach a higher level of consciousness. So all the stories that are happening in the Bible are stories for you to understand what the meaning of those stories are mean. Because you got to ask yourself, what does David have to do with killing Goliath, have to do with you being a better person? You got to ask yourself, what does the world flooding and a man getting all the animals in the earth and putting them in a boat have to do with you right now, today? And they say this happened 1,000 years ago. What does all these stories have to do with you? What do these stories have to do with you? And people take these stories to be literal, knowing that ain't no man walked on water. You know ain't no man walked on no water, and people believe that Jesus walked on water. You have to make it make sense. You have to make it make sense. See, everybody is looking for a savior, but the savior is yourself. Nobody's gonna save you. See, everybody thought that when the eclipse came, you had a lot of people that believed in Jesus, thinking that Jesus was coming back. If you have sense, if anybody has sense, right? Just let me break it down to you. Do you actually think that somebody got buried in the grave and they rose themselves from the dead? Now, this is a story. Now, and they rose themselves. Do you actually think that they buried a man that died, put him in the ground, and then he broke up out of the casket and rose himself from the dead? So that's why everybody is up under illusion, because they believe in it. So when they say that Jesus rose himself from the dead, if you're conscious, that means that you're alive. But if you're unconscious of being conscious, that means that you're walking dead. So the purpose is to raise your sexual energy to your head and raise yourself from the dead. You see? Because the sexual energy is the seed that gives life. It's called the Christ oil. Jesus never said that he was returning. The Christ said it will return. And Jesus had to become the Christ in the Bible. So when Jesus said that he was walking on water, Jesus was not literally talking about walking on water. Jesus was talking about having so much sexual energy built up inside of him that he is walking on water. Because Jesus wasn't having sex. Who do you know Jesus to have sex with in the Bible? So that means that he was full of liquid. The Christ oil, the cerebral spinal fluid, the cum, the sperm. The only thing Jesus did was teach the true meaning of God. That's what Jesus did. And Christians go to church, but Jesus didn't go to church. Jesus disrupted the church, because he was letting you know that the people that are preaching you this stuff is wrong. That's what Jesus did. But people say, oh, Jesus is my Savior, Jesus this, but you go to church. But Jesus told you don't go to church. And Jesus got shunned, just like most people who teach you the truth, they get shunned. Because the purpose is to become the Son of God. Everybody is the Son of God. That's what the purpose is. He said, are you Muslim and what do you believe in? I'm not Muslim. God doesn't have a religion, and I don't believe in anything. I know who I am. You see, believe means to accept something as true because it has lie right in the middle of it. You see how you spell believe right there? B-E-L-I-E-V-E. I am a spiritual guru. I am God's son. God doesn't have a religion. Religion means to know God. Religion means back to bondage. Religion means a superhuman controlling power. God is inside of everyone on the planet. God is everybody and everything. God is omnipresent. God is me, you, the birds, the bees, the leaves, the trees. Everything that you see is God. So if you're looking for God, just look around you. You see, I'm not saying that I am God. I am a devotee of God, because you can't be God. You can just be a devotee of God doing God's work, because it's a spirit that judges the heart. Because I'm not my body. I'm the spirit. I have surrendered and gave my life to God. So now I use this body right here and let God work through me, because this is the vessel that God travels in. God travels in the body. This body doesn't belong to you. For the guy who asked that question, this is not your body. The body belongs to God. And the purpose is, while you're on the planet, is to surrender your body to God and do God's work. That's what the purpose is. So once you are able to control your sexual urges, control the things that you think, control the things that you eat, control the things that you say, then you will reach a higher level of consciousness, and then you'll understand that God is inside of you.